Hey guys, it's Sergey from DeFi Gator, and today we're gonna do a follow-up on the SAFUU video. And the only reason I'm doing this is because the CEO, Bryan Legend, came out and said, "Hey, I am so good. I'm the best ever. I deserve a salary from this, and all I'm asking is to take out 100,000 Australian dollars per week, per week. And I'm gonna take that out, and you guys should be thanking me that I'm such a great leader and you couldn't do shit without me, basically." So I figured, let me just explain to whoever is got at least a fourth grade education and people that are rational, what is going on here? Okay, this is very, very simple. I'm going to use very simple math, and I'm going to show you what the value of one SAFU token actually is. Not what it's trading for right now, but what happens when people start cashing out and, how quickly it goes down. Um, I know that I'm going to get comments like quit creating FUD, but I'm going to tell those people, you know what? Maybe you should study math and 1 plus 1 equals 2 and 1 plus 1 does not equal 3 because that's what Bryan keeps telling you. You can't just print tokens, have no other utility, and pretend like it's going to create wealth. That's not the way it happens. Whereas other protocols try to do something to create kind of stable coin, and try to bring in, Bryan doesn't even do it. He tells you that on the buy and sell tax, he's going to create all the revenue that the protocol needs in order to survive. Well, guess what? That's not the way it works. Because unless every single person is buying and selling at a loss, which that would be illogical, then that's not the protocol can't survive on the buys and sell tax. So let me just show you real quick. First of all, I just want to say, 5.2 million in Australian dollars is 3.6 million US dollars. Okay, he doesn't even mask it. He's just going to take that money out of the bank because you know why? Because he knows this thing's going down, and he's not going to let you, the holder, get the profits. He's going to take it. He's going to take the stable coin, the only thing that's worth money in this whole entire protocol. All right. First of all, do you guys remember how he pretended to be Snowy and then came out with a statement? Everybody already forgot about Snowy, and he just had to come out and, you know, announced that, oh, I was the moderator on Discord. Okay. Why would you announce that? Everybody kind of let it go. So there's something definitely wrong, when you act like that. I already showed you guys in my previous video how he falsely creates daily volume. I already showed you how through his wallets he's funneled about 3.6 million into his Binance wallet. He took out 400K for the blockchain. Again, everybody's going to say, all his followers are going to say, oh, but he announced it. Well, sure, he announced it. Have you seen any work done on the blockchain? Do you see 20 different developers working on it? No, you don't, because there aren't. Okay, the nodes that are coming, they're not. There's nothing there. There's nothing there except the hype for you guys to buy in. And if there was any hype, then you'd see this chart that we're looking at right here from beginning of June. It would definitely have risen by now because there's a lot of announcements. So we'll explore why this chart is like this, and hopefully you guys can translate anything that I tell you today to other protocols that could potentially be tough to, not worth entering. Okay, again, we're looking at charts and we're looking at is it okay to enter this protocol or is it too late? All right, so I'm going to explain inflation and how it works in auto staking protocols, and then just remember, Bryan said that he was only doing this whole project to regain his reputation after the 3 rugs that he was involved in last year. So he was just trying to regain his reputation. But you know what? There's a little too much stable coin in the protocol. So you know what? I'm going to take half of it out. So he was claiming he would get paid at the end of the 13.5-year liquidity lock, which we're 5 months in. Just think about that. We're 5 months in. Okay. So Bryan also said that I can guarantee you, the next thing that he's going to be after is going to be that fake fire pit. You'll see. I mean, he's going to make up some kind of story that he needs to liquidate it because of so and this expense and that expense. And you know what? People might just believe him, but we'll see what happens. So again, I'm not doing this to insult anybody, but if you don't know basic math, then I'm sorry if you're insulted. I mean, you are a moron. So, um, the 800,000 that went through about a week ago or so, or in the past week, you think that went to a special secret project as he's telling you? He just needed that money at that second. I mean, it almost feels like this feels like somebody that gambles and just lost a big bet and he's like, I got to go to the watering hole. Well, guess what? You guys are the watering hole because your stable coin is in here. I want to show you something. See this right here where it says the transactions? And you look down here, you see the pooled BNB. Okay, there's 9.2 million. The pooled SAFUU, the SAFUU's not worth shit, okay? You could have 1 million SAFUU, 6 million, 1 billion SAFUU. It doesn't matter, okay? This is the only thing that's worth money because you can't buy Starbucks macchiato with a SAFUU. You can't go and get an oil change with a SAFUU. You can't do anything with a SAFUU. I know that Bryan's telling you're going to be able to buy airline tickets with SAFUU, but I mean, come on, seriously. You're not going to buy anything, okay? The price of it is going to go down and down and down and down. So, I just want to show you this. Let's just pretend, as a quick example, that $1,000 was put into SAFUU protocol. And for that, the SAFUU protocol sends to the users 100 SAFUU, okay? So, how much is one SAFUU worth? One SAFUU is then worth $10. Pretty simple, right? You got $1,000 of stablecoin sent in, 100 sent back out. Again, these just pretend these are the numbers, okay, right now, just so you understand. So after 1 month with 2.3% rebasing, 2.3% per day, okay, which is what it does, it prints SAFUU tokens. It doesn't print stablecoin. It doesn't invest the treasury. It has no other revenue generating utilities. None whatsoever, okay? You have still the same amount of BNB in the protocol. You still have 1,000 because nobody else can. I'm not saying other people didn't buy in. If other people bought in, then also the amount of SAFUU that went out increased. So I'm just going to keep it like this so that it's real simple to understand. So you got $1,000 of BNB, and after 1 month, now you got 200 SAFUU because your SAFUU doubled. All the SAFUU out there doubled because of the 2.3%. So now, what do you think one SAFUU is worth? $5, okay? So you tell me, well, how does the price rise? Okay, I'll tell you. Because more buys than emissions. In other words, if there's the amount in buys, if there's $100 in buys and $90 in sells, then you have a net gain of $10, okay? And if that number is greater than the 2% roughly emissions per day, then you're going to have a rise in your price. But as soon as people stop buying, that is going to go down steep, just like what happened here, okay? Just a little bit of FUD was created, a little bit of anxiety, boom. Look at the percentage that it lost. 92%. It's down 92% from the average that it was at for about 1 month. From March 12th to April, actually probably about a month. Let's just even give them a month and a half, okay? So till the end, from May 1st, from March 15th to May 1st, about a month and a half. That's all it survived at 200, and then it dropped down to here. Guess where the next drop's going to be? Do you really think it's going to rise up here, or do you think it's going to go down? I mean, think about these emissions, okay? So I told you, as long as this keeps up, and the hype is there, and more people buy in, that's how Ponzi's work, the ones that don't have utility. So this is going down. And the whole time, Bryan's taking out the stable coin. So let me show you something. Let's say $1,000 was put in and you got 100 SAFUU. So again, we have $10. One SAFUU is worth $10. But Bryan goes in and says, hey, I'm going to take out $200 out of the protocol, treasury, whatever, right? Now you only have 800 because there's no stablecoin that was created. So now you have 800, but you still have 100 SAFUU. So in that moment, now there's two things that are happening. Now you have $8 for one SAFUU. So your SAFUU is worth less and less and less. So this number right here is going up, and this number keeps going down because Bryan on this side keeps taking it out, and this keeps printing more. So guess what happens? The price is going to keep going down. You're just not going to attract that many new people. You can at the beginning, but not when you're aggressively taking stablecoin out and printing more tokens. So here's where these are the hard numbers taken from the BSC scan. You can verify this. I rounded some of these numbers off for simplicity, but basically this is what it is. The Treasury right now holds 1,065,000 in stablecoin, okay? That's the equivalent in US dollars. The SAFUU Insurance Fund holds 1,100,000 in stablecoin. The liquidity pool holds 9,200,000 in stablecoin. That is a total of 11,365,000. Plus or minus, it might be 11,500,000 or it might be 11,300,000, but it doesn't matter. Just keep this number, okay? That's how much in dollars there is. So what are the total tokens outstanding as of August 5th, today, 2022? The total amount of tokens out there, and I'm going to show you how you can run this exercise 1 week from now, and you'll see that this price is going to go down. So first of all, you can just go to the fire pit and you can check right here how many SAFUU are in the fire pit. 2,656,000. All right, so you can check that. You can also, by the way, press on here and it'll show you the token holdings in more detail. Okay, so here we have the Treasury. Okay, Treasury has 7. Don't look at the SAFUU. This number doesn't mean anything. You need to look at the stable coin. Okay, so you got 315,000 in BNB value, and you got 749,000 in BUSD. Okay, you could just click on here and it'll show you right there 750,000 and 315,000. All right, so we go back and we see that that's where I got these numbers right here. Okay, so you can check it yourself. These are publicly known. You can't erase them. All right, you can check right here. This is the SAFUU token page. You see this total supply? So if you click on this page right here, okay, the token, and then you enter that, you can see there's 11,210,000. So let's see if we refresh it, how much more. So it's already increased by 6,000 SAFUU. All right, so 6,000 SAFUU. Just think about that in the past half hour. All right, 6,000 times 14. That's the liquidity pool price. That's not what the SAFUU is worth. And I'll show you in a second here. All right, so that's the total tokens outstanding as of August 5th. It's even more than this, but let's just say it's 11,200,000. What's the total in the fake fire pit? 2 million. All these numbers right here are part of this. This is all the SAFUU that's out there in the world. So total in the fire pit is 2,700,000, because I know that some people say Bryan will never sell that. He will never dump that. Okay, let's just assume he'll never dump it. This is the total in the Treasury right here, 200,000 SAFUU. That's how much is sitting in the Treasury. All right, you can look right here. See, there's the Treasury. You just look on here. See the SAFUU? There's 212,000 SAFUU. So I just rounded it off to 200,000 SAFUU. It's okay. All right. Total in holders' wallets. This is all you people that contributed. Okay. About 8 million SAFUU is held in people's wallets, approximately. So here's how you get the true value of SAFUU. Because if everybody right now wanted to cash out, how much is each SAFUU worth? All you do is you take how much stable coin you have, which is this number right here, divided by the amount of SAFUU tokens, which is this number right here. And guess what? You get $1.42. Think about that. You get $1.42 per token. Okay. What's the price right now of SAFUU? Oh, it's $14.23. So what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Guess what? You got this situation. You got 10 people looking at this chair. And as soon as this person goes and takes this seat, these people are going to see that the price is going to go down. But guess what? Bryan over here keeps on taking this leg of the chair, this leg of the chair, this leg of the chair. And next thing you know, all of a sudden, it's not even a whole chair. It's not $14, because he just took off. He took a little bit more liquidity. All of a sudden, you don't have much of a chair. And these people are still thinking, yeah, but I'm rebasing. Yeah, but I'm rebasing. What are you rebasing? You're getting printed tokens. It's monopoly money. I understand if you got in right here, you actually made good money. People that invested here and then cashed out within the first week, they made 6x. For sure, no doubt. Potentially 4, 5, 6x. People that are right here in this area right here, they have not made ROI. They might be very close to it. Guess what happens when these guys feel like they've made ROI? They're not going to stick around for another couple months. They're going to say, F it. You know what? And then these guys right here that bought in this time period, they're going to look at these people selling and they're going to sell. And then these people, they're going to look and see who's selling, the big sell-offs here. If you invested $100, maybe it's nothing to you. But there's a ton of people that probably invested 5, 6, 7, 800, 1,000 thinking, well, I'm going to get those returns. So, a very easy way. Why don't you just see how many days ago you invested? And all I want you to do is take this and say, if I was 30 days ago and I invested 1,000, where am I at right now? And just do a proportion. So if 30 days ago you invested, let's say $100, you should be at almost 200, close to 200. Okay. So tell me, where are you at? Are you at ROI? Did you make your ROI back? And again, remember, this doesn't account for the buy and sell tax. I went over that with you guys in one of the previous videos. You're paying 14% buy and 16% sell. Okay. So this right here doesn't show you that. This just shows you what the rebasing is like inside the protocol. Okay. So you have to rise 50% in price just to be able to get your initial back. So I want you to look at that and think, if this is the price, what's the chances that the sell-offs are going to happen, especially when people are looking and you're losing money, and then the CEO says, you know what, I'm really great. I am really great. I'm going to take this money right here, this 9.2 million, and cut that thing right in half because I deserve 4.9 of that. So think about that when you're in this protocol. I hope that this doesn't insult anybody. I hope that you don't lose too much money. And I hope that I hope you're having fun in crypto, but it's times like this whenever basically you get proven that 1 + 1 actually still does count, and it equals 2. Unfortunately, it doesn't equal 4. It doesn't equal 5. Rebasing is not a utility. Rebasing is not anything that adds value. It's simply inflation. It's very, very radical inflation. I'm sure I'll get FUD comments, but F you to the people that give me the FUD comments. You should ask Bryan, where are you spending your money? Which casino? So anyway, hopefully the next video will be a little bit more fun. In fact, we put in $100 into that survivor protocol, and we are going to do an update probably in a day or two. We'll give it a day or two to see how the sell-offs happen or don't happen or what's going on with it. And we'll give you an update on that. That's a little bit, a little bit more of a game, a little bit more fun. This is just straight up, a guy thieving. So All right, guys. Have a good one. Be safe. Check out for any new protocols on our website. If you have questions, feel free to ask. If you want us to investigate something, feel free to ask. But if you want to run the same test in 1 week, you'll see that this price right here will be not 142, but it'll probably be, I bet you, 125, something like that, maybe 130. And it's just going to keep going down. So think about that. Are you going to be, which one of these people represents you for the chair that Bryan's just absolutely taking apart? All right, it's 10-1. The reason why I say 10-1, because $1.40 to $14. That liquidity pool doesn't represent all the SAFUU that's out there. And when people make a bank run, that's what happens. Okay, have a good one, guys. We'll see you.